Greetings to my amazing V family all over the planet, getting closer to Christmas, getting closer to New Year. This is your gorgeous chief, the one and only Pathman Senathirajah, back home in Malaysia. So I'm recording this Wednesday message from my living room after traveling freaking around the whole planet, guys. From New Zealand to Dubai, to Abidjan, Africa, and finally back home in Kuala Lumpur. And I'm telling you, the last 3 weeks has been an amazing adventure for me. Starting from the point I landed in Bangkok, to Queenstown, New Zealand, and then to Abidjan, and now back to KL. And going through this trip, I had a lot of time on this beautiful vehicle called the aircraft, or the aeroplane. And believe it or not, when you are in network marketing and when you are chief, all right, you almost never get time alone to think. And I still remember Dato Sri Vijay and Japa advising me from day one, all right, networking is going to make your life very crowded. So enjoy and appreciate the moments when you are alone. And flying first class on Emirates, you are alone, you can close the door to your private cubicle and be there. And during those flights, long flights, and I told you I took the record flight of 16.5 hours, I managed to think, to reevaluate my thought processes of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, what do I see myself doing the next 5 years. And I realized today, after speaking to the leaders in Africa, that this Wednesday message, I want to remind you of who we are, what we do. Now, there's a lot of confusion today, even in your journey, about the industry we belong to called network marketing. And everyone says MLM, network marketing, direct sales. Let's push that aside for a while. And let's you and me talk about the reality of what we do. Ultimately, guys, you and me, we own our own business. We are either a businessman or a businesswoman. That network marketing is a business. And if you think back to from the time you were a kid until today, a message is repeated in whichever culture you come from, that the only way that we're going to be rich, the only way you can be financially successful is if you do business. All right? That employment will never get you there. Now, somewhere along your journey, somebody came, did the presentation, and you signed up. And in your process of signing up, there were a lot of messages given to you about this industry, about network marketing being the future. It's an industry which is over $200 billion worldwide, and QNet is the most amazing company in the industry. But what they never told you, which I want to remind you today, that the day you signed up and the day you got the tracking center, you have become a business owner. You own your own business. That we are in a different category. That's all. But the rules of the game do not change. Whether you are in IT, whether you own Facebook, whether you manufacture mobile phones like Apple and Samsung, or whether you own restaurants, or you own your own retail shop, or you own your own online store, or you are an IR in QNet. Bottom line, you own your own business. And I'm telling you that as much as we do trainings and I do videos talking about network marketing, if you remove the word network marketing from all my videos, if you remove the word direct sales or MLM from all my videos, ultimately my message to you, Dato Sri Vijay's message, Japa's message, is the same. That you own your own business today. And the biggest challenge I observe traveling around the world the past 3 weeks, speaking to approximately 20,000 people in all the events total I went to, that everyone thinks they are a networker. And everyone thinks that being a networker doesn't mean they are a businessman or businesswoman. It almost seems like they are in this concept of IR-ship or networking, where they are immune to every challenge and every decision that a businessman and businesswoman have to make every day to survive. Now you think about this for 1 minute, and let me give you a perfect comparison that all of you will understand. You start a restaurant, all right, and you open a restaurant for $50,000, guys. The first thing you need is to decide how successful your restaurant is going to be, how much money you're going to make this month, all right, how you're going to manage your people who work for you in the restaurant. What are you going to do if after 3 days nobody walks into your restaurant? Are you going to walk out to the street and beg people, please come and eat in my restaurant? All right. Now the same thing applies to network marketing. The problem is, if you own a restaurant and after 3 days of the day you launch your restaurant, nobody comes into your restaurant, you will freak out. You will panic. All right. You will make phone calls to relatives, friends, complete strangers. You will go out to the street and sing Kumbaya to get people into your restaurant. That panic hits you when there's lack of success, when there's lack of revenue. Now the challenge is, in network marketing, if you sign up today and after 3 days you don't get a sign up, you don't panic. You think this is normal. You think this is acceptable. Then you motivate yourself. You watch my Wednesday message. You speak to your uplines and you proceed. Now let me now create panic in you. Alright? Because you are now a business owner. And your business is all about making money. Don't be fooled. Don't be confused. Alright? Don't fall into this trap that network marketing is a personal growth program. Alright, we are not an ashram, we are not a personal development program, we are purely here to help the common man and the common woman with the uncommon dream achieve financial success. Because you didn't sign up for QNet for any other reason except making money. Alright, and along the way when you make a lot of money, alright, and you listen to Dato Sri Vijay speak and you listen to Japa speak about building hospitals and building schools, no problem. But schools and hospitals needs money to be built. And I realize today that the tolerance for the lack of success, for the lack of weekly commission, for the lack of increment of commission, the tolerance is too high in all of you. That you can sit down for 1 week with no direct referral, no weekly commission, and still tell yourself it's okay. So this is your chief. This is your upline telling you it's not okay. That every week you go through network marketing without a commission check. It means in the real business world, running a restaurant with not a single customer coming in to buy food. Is that acceptable? What would you do if you're the owner of the restaurant? What would you do if you're owner of a store which haven't had a single customer for 7 days? Can you sleep at night? Alright? Will you panic? Will you freak out? Will you do whatever it takes to get that customer? So you need to understand that network marketing is a business. And any business without revenue, i.e. sign-ups, alright, it's a failed business. Of course, we tell you, stay firm, never give up, keep going. Alright, and we mean it. And I would tell that to a restaurant owner. Alright, but don't allow that to be your comfort zone. Don't allow that to be your safety blanket. You know, when we were kids, we had a favorite blanket. No? You can't travel without it. It's called the safety blanket. You know, the blanket you never wash, you have to hang on to it, or the pillow. Alright, that some kids can't travel around the world without a little pillow, you know. Get rid of all that safety net. You are now a business owner, and your sole purpose is to get sign-ups, make sure the BVs come in every week, and make sure you achieve the financial goals that you have planned to achieve every week without fail. And by Thursday, you are far from your financial goal. Panic, freak out, and do whatever it takes. Because only when you panic and you freak out do you push yourself out of your comfort zone. So you are in a freaking comfort zone. It's time for you to get out of your comfort zone. You are now a business owner, and I'm telling you guys, all right, there's no business on the planet besides ours that pays you like what QNet pays you. Even if you earn 250 a week, 1,000 a week, you can actually earn more profit than any traditional business owner in your town or your city. Just because they have a shop, all right, doesn't mean they are profitable. The beauty about QNet, the beauty about network marketing, why I fell in love with this industry, why I'm still here after 19 years, because network marketing is about pure profit. That your operational cost is so negligible that every week that commission is money, guys. And there's very few businesses in the world that allows you to make profit with almost no operational costs. And if you don't take advantage of the profitability of QNet, you are officially the biggest moron on the planet. That right now, you should be pushing yourself harder than you ever have to make sure that every week some money comes in. If you're earning 1,000 a week consistently, you are more profitable than most businesses in your town. If you're earning 5,000 a week consistently, all right, you're as profitable as some companies in your city. But if you get stuck at 1,000 forever, you can never grow like most businesses in your town. That's why you need to get out of your comfort zone. And guys, every business in the world has challenges. You think running a restaurant has no challenges? You think Facebook has no challenges? You think Apple has no challenges? You think Samsung has no challenges? Every business in the world comes with challenges. And the power of a CEO, that's you in your tracking center business, the power of the CEO is how they react, how they manage challenges without losing business. I guarantee you one thing the day you sign up, that this journey will be full of challenges. The problem with networkers is, because they don't think they own a business, because they don't have high operational costs, because they don't have to fork out money for rental and this and workers and all that stuff, when there's a challenge, you have the luxury to sit down and analyze the challenge. You have the luxury to sit down and complain about the challenge. You have the luxury to go to your uplines, go to the V and cry and pour your heart out and say, it's so challenging, chief, I don't know what to do. And then you can switch off for 1 week, and you still think you're okay. You can switch off for 2 weeks and 3 weeks until the challenge is resolved by me or somebody else. And then you say, now I'm ready to start my business again. Are you kidding me? If you own a traditional business, you have to keep your shop open, no matter how great the challenge is. If there's riots in the city, you will close it for 1 day. Next day, you'll open a small window and still sell your stuff. Because you cannot shut down your business. Because when you shut down your business, you are bleeding money. Alright? But in network marketing, people can shut down their business mentally because they're not bleeding money. Right? I hope that QNet one day will charge you 1,000 US a month just to keep your tracking center. And I guarantee the day QNet does it, you will not sleep, you will not eat, you will be doing direct referrals every hour of the day to keep your business running. But network marketing has its advantages and disadvantages. And the biggest disadvantage of network marketing, it doesn't force you out of a comfort zone. That network marketing as a business itself, I've always said this, is a comfort zone. And thank God you got Chief who reminds you to get out of the comfort zone. So I don't care what challenges you have. I don't care what challenges you have to manage every day. I don't care which market you're building, whether it's the most challenging market or not. You decided to be a business owner. And if you decided to be a business owner, you have to continue business even through the most challenging times or challenging environment. That is what makes a great CEO. That's how you become a billionaire or a millionaire. Because you cannot be a millionaire if you don't know how to manage and continue business through challenging environments. That you don't have the luxury anymore, guys. 2018, I'm removing that luxury of switching off to analyze the situation and to decide how to move forward. I don't have that luxury. I cannot switch off for 1 minute as your upline and say, let me manage my challenge first. Whether it's personal, whether it's health, all right, whether it's whatever happening in my life, because business has to continue. Because we are not selling noodles in a cafe, all right? We are managing the lives of millions of people who depend on us, and thousands who depend on you, or 100 who depend on you, or 2 who depend on you. That the day you become a business owner in network marketing, you have to understand that every minute you switch off, all right, 1,000 people switch off. Every minute you switch off, 2 people quit the business. Every minute you switch off, somebody's checks drop. Every minute you switch off, a market can collapse. Every minute you get distracted by a challenge, or take your time to make a decision, or take your time to analyze the challenge, people switch off. And the more people switch off, your revenue drops. And when your revenue drops, it's hard to get it up again. So all of you, wake up and smell the coffee. You're not a networker. You are a business owner. And the key to running a successful business, and let me tell you this from 19 years of experience, learning from the best like Dato Sri Vijay and Japa, is business continuity, regardless what happens. That is consistency, regardless what is the environment. That never switching off, even if the world around you collapses. You don't have the luxury to switch off. You don't have the luxury to shut down your restaurant because you want to go home and sing Kumbaya or celebrate a birthday. You don't have the luxury of telling your customers no more food. You don't have that luxury. And the day you understand that, you become the most powerful networker, and you become even a more powerful CEO of your tracking center. So guys, this is your chief telling you on this Wednesday message, get the hell out of your comfort zone. That this week, push yourself and push your team harder than you ever pushed before. Make sure that your business is the most profitable business you will ever run in your life. And this is a wake-up call to everyone, guys. All right? This week, show the world that network marketing is the greatest, most profitable, most limitless business in the world.